Hey YouTube, got another product review for you here. I guess it's a two-part product review. It's follow-up to the DEWALT 12-inch sliding miter saw, which is this bad boy here. I've had it for about a week now. I guess I'll list my thoughts and likes and dislikes about it. My likes about it are it's pretty solid. I've not really used it for a whole lot of trim stuff yet, but it definitely has plenty of power to hog through pretty much about anything. I've been cutting some 2x6s with it here. I really haven't used it for trim. It's mostly just been a chop saw at this point, but it does a good job of that. We'll say one thing: it comes with a 12-inch 60-tooth blade, which is mediocre at best. For as expensive as the damn saw is, you'd think they'd give you at least a good blade. I'm not impressed. It cuts okay. It doesn't do super great job, but you think for as much as the damn saw costs, it'd give you at least a good blade with it. Another thing, a gripe about it: it doesn't come with any sort of guide. Yeah, I did, however, put on an aftermarket, or not aftermarket, but the DeWalt LED light. You can see it on there. It gives you a shadow from the blade, which I have to say, I was kind of irritated that it didn't come with a level, or not a level, but a laser like the Milwaukee does. I do, however, absolutely love this thing. It's a little kit that just screws on up here and then right in there. I absolutely love it. I really like it better than any of the laser ones I've used. There's no adjustment to it. It is just an LED up in there that shines on the blade, and you get a shadow where the blade is, and it does an absolutely wonderful job. I just love it. It's kind of a simple solution that I'm guessing was kind of an afterthought on DeWalt's part, but it's nice. There's no adjustment to it. You don't have to mess with it. Now, I haven't used it outside. I've been using it just in the kitchen here, but for that I really like it. My sort of thoughts: if I had it to do over again, instead of just picking it up at Lowe's when I was in Lafayette, I probably would have ordered a Milwaukee off Amazon. Oh, another thing here, it does not have the soft start like the Milwaukee does. It just chunks on all at once, and it takes a lot of juice. Right now I've got it set up on its own power here. I don't know if you can see that over there. It's this cord is running straight to that, which is running to a 30-amp breaker downstairs. It takes a lot of power. It will pop a breaker, or a 15-amp breaker, if there's anything else, like any lights or anything else plugged into it, without any trouble. It takes a lot of juice, and even if it's on a if there's anything else on the circuit and it doesn't pop the breaker, it won't run. It doesn't sound like it runs at full speed. So bear that in mind. You'll need oh, and also if you try and run it off of a 14 gauge cord, forget about it. It doesn't even spool all the way up. So if you're running it off an extension cord, you'll need a 10 gauge cord and pretty good breaker, otherwise it will trip it. So I kind of wished I would have gotten the Milwaukee for the soft start, where it kind of gradually spools the motor up. I like it though. It does a good job. It does what I need. I can't really complain. The angle adjustment down here, I guess I can move my crap off the saw here, is only okay. Turn the light off here so you can see it a little better. You pull up on the handle here, push in on that, and you can rotate it. And it's graduated just like any other miter saw. The Milwaukee, however, has a little deal you crank, and then an LCD readout that tells you exactly what you're at. I guess that's kind of one more thing to break, whether, you know, where this, there's not really a whole lot there to break. But crap, as much money as you're chunking down on one of these saws, I'd like to have some extra features. The dust collector here is kind of a joke. I've not been running it. It doesn't really do much, so that's another thing here. If you're, you know, if you're into having a dust collector on it, I'll tell you now, the dust collector, even when you have a blower or a shop vac hooked up to it, doesn't really do much of anything. But you know, you know, I guess I shouldn't say I've played with the Milwaukee one, and then I've played with the Bosch one, and of the three, I think the Milwaukee is the #1, and then this is #2, and I definitely like this a lot better than the Bosch or Hitachi or any of those. It seems like it's the best built. But it's pretty decent. My biggest gripe is, for the money, it doesn't come with some kind of light or laser. I really do like the LED. That makes it a lot more usable. The blade sucks that it comes with. I picked up, man, Home Depot has these cheaper than they are on Amazon or even eBay. I picked up a just a 44 tooth here. I'm not really doing any fine finish work as of yet with this one, but I will be shortly, so I figure I'll pick up a 96 tooth, but for the kind of framing and, you know, just kind of using it more as a chop saw, and, you know, for cutting angles and things like that on you know, sort of trim stuff, I figure I'll go with this for now and get a better one later. But it's worked out pretty well. I don't really have any big gripes about it, other than, you know, other than the two things there, and it just seems like for the price, those ought to include that. But so I guess that kind of is my little product review of that one. I'm happy with it. But they're DeWalt. If anybody at DeWalt is watching this, throw in a good blade and some kind of guide. I mean, I really like the LED. That's a great add-on, but how about including it in the price?